So in Otus, you can use the report card function not only to export report cards, but to give a very clean look for parents that are struggling in Otus. So in your account, you would go to Analytics and down to Reports. And instead of picking either Query 2.0 or Historical, you would select Report Card. And you could title it for that specific student. You have the option to upload a school logo if you want to do that. You have to select your site. You should only have access to your site. And all these drop downs, you can get very specific information, whether you want to print report cards for all of your students if you're a teacher, or if you're an administrator, a specific student, or students from multiple teachers. We need to select Standards Gradebook under Mastery Settings, Mean, and whatever grade scale you want to kick out. For this example, I'm going to use Summative, but you could also do your Formative or your Learning Behavior Scale. There are a lot of other options. If you want the student ID number on it, you would just turn that on and pick student ID. And as well as you can have signature lines for the families if you want them to sign it and return it. From here, you can pick specific teachers if you're admin or specific students if you're a teacher. As you search for a name, the students that have those characters in will pop up. And if you only want one student, you would just select that student. When you export the PDF, each student will be on a separate page, so you could save those separately or all together. There's one last thing you have to pick, and that's what standards you want to see on the report card. You can select all. This will show our RCSD domains as well as state standards. Remember, RCSD domains are under the custom standards in Otus. If you only want to show the domains, the quickest way to do that is select none, and the domains default to the bottom, and you could select the domains that you want to show. If you're a social studies teacher and you just wanted to show those domains, you could select those domains. If you're an administrator or a teacher that wants to give a grade report for all the academic domains, you would just scroll through and select all those domains. And then you would hit export. As you can see, this student is with all the domains and the standards. That is what I titled it. It is the summative scale, and here's the date range. And as you can see, I did upload the school logo. So not only are the custom standards, which are our RCSD domains, listed, but individual standards for those teachers that listed them are as well. PE is a great example. You see PE2, which is the domain. You can see this standard, which is 4 in PE. Typically, any standard that has a sentence is a Common Core or state standard. And if it's just a phrase, that is going to be our custom domain. If I go to the next example, you can see it's just the domains, and it's a very clean overall look for those parents. We'll take a look at language arts, for example. This student has been assessed for both ELA language and ELA writing, and this student has received approaching on both. The student is a little bit higher in writing than language, though. As you see, the meter and the number are equivalent and gives a very clean look for the student's overall progress